when it comes to sales, what's one of the strangest things that I've seen that really hurts salespeople that you probably didn't imagine? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sharks Cove on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about business. Now, here's the thing. You know, I get a chance to work with salespeople just about every day. And one of the weirdest things that I have found is there are some people who are more interested in saying that they're a salesperson than actually putting in the work or effort, right? And like, you know, you look around and there's a lot of people who have a bad, negative opinion on salespeople. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, really, salesperson? But there's people out there who are more in love with the idea of being in sales than actually being in sales. And, you know, it's really weird. I've interviewed tons of people when it comes to getting sales jobs. I've worked with a lot of people, and there's a certain tone, there's a certain pitch, and if you've been around the world sales long enough, you'll be able to recognize, you'll be like, oh my goodness, that guy or that girl, they're not really a salesperson. They're a fraud. They're a fake. They're going to be at the bottom of the pack. And what happens is, I'll give you some traits. Now, this isn't always every salesperson, right? So you're not going to confuse the two. This person's a personality salesperson. This person's like, I think that everybody loves me. I think that everybody's in love with me. And I think that no matter what I do, I'm never wrong. The other thing is, they're always justifying why they didn't make a sale. Well, why didn't you close the deal? Oh, it was a Wednesday. Why didn't you close the sale? Oh, this happened. And you're like, come on, really? All this stuff went down? But it always seems like there's always the same makeup. There's always the same kind of common thread. There's always the same issues that they have. And what it comes down to is they're about a 25 to 30% closer. And occasionally they bring in a big deal. They bring in a whale. Occasionally. And, you know, this personality trait is a really big issue because it brings down the rest of the sales team. And this is why when you're looking at a place to work for, it's important to know what kind of salespeople you're working with. Now, if you're working at a good place, there's a bunch of people who are pretty aggressive and they want to close deals, and they may talk trash to you, they may not talk trash to you, but I will tell you that there's a thing about sales managers that they tend to hire pleasant people, which is cool if that pleasant person can close deals. And a lot of times I'll go into a building and it's all people pleasers, like they're a people pleaser. And that's another trait of this type of person who's more interested in saying that they're a salesperson than actually being one. They're a people pleaser. They want to make sure that everybody's happy. They're the one who holds harmony everywhere that it goes. And that's not always a good thing when it comes to closing deals because there got to be some tension. People butt heads a little bit, okay? So I'm not saying this is 100% of salespeople, and you got to understand that. I'm not saying everybody's like this, but you got to know these traits. And if this is you, you're going to have to up your game. You're going to have to do some things that are outside of your comfort zone because being in sales is all about being outside of your comfort zone. You want to know how crazy hard it was for me to come out here this first time and shoot videos like 8 or 9 years ago out in public, and like I'm gonna go shoot some videos out in public. It was crazy hard. It was crazy uncomfortable. Now I got like 2,000 of them. I'm like, I'm gonna go shoot 30 or 40 videos today. People are like, you're gonna shoot 30 or 40 videos today? Absolutely. Isn't that hard? Yeah, it was hard the first time. 2,000 videos in, not such a big deal, okay? So there you go. There's a lot of people out there in the world of sales who are more interested in saying, I'm a salesperson. Notice they're not saying I'm a closer. They're not saying I'm a closer. They're saying I'm a salesperson. And they're in love with that idea, but they're not willing to put in the work, energy, or the effort. So there you go. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you will get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.